My first question to you ladies, because I saw a video on social media talking about why it's difficult for a lot of women to date and to attract men once they hit the wall, the wall, which is once you hit 30, right? So my ladies, so my question to ask you guys, ladies, is what I want to ask you is there does the wall exist? Is that a real thing, or is that just people on social media that can't that have a different experience? But is it harder to date once you hit the age of 30 or to attract men than before when you guys were in your early 20s? So
Nah.
that's my question. And if you agree or disagree, and why? And I'll start with you, Lesley. That's my first question.
So I think there is a wall, but the wall is in your mind because most of my adult life I've been married. I've been divorced 3 times. So I've
Mhm.
always been married. I've or had a boyfriend, and it was not till 30 that my dating life really began. So I think the wall is the mindset. So I think we don't have enough time, but basically I think it's the wall is your mindset. If you're not open, or if you're kind of like, what's that word? I think that wall is just your mind. You just have to be more open, and we can get
Open,
into that later. Yeah,
of course.
it's
Okay,
your
no
mind.
worries. Just a mind.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
let me ask you, was there like a when you hit 30, was there like a difference? Did you feel like did you see or notice anything differently as far as the men approaching you when you were in your 20s and when you were in your 30s?
Well, I had boobs at 30. I got implants, so I'm like,
Okay.
no difference. Like,
Cheers.
Okay. All right.
sorry.
Okay. All right. Sorry, no worries. Okay. So that's Lesley. And then okay. Anything you want to add, lady? Anything you want to add to that, Lesley? To that answer?
I don't know. I think it's just your self-confidence. Like I feel like life began after 30. Like I hated my 20s, but I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it's just your mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
worries. All right. All right. Same thing with I'll go to Tui because I know you're over 30, so it'd be interesting to hear your perspective. What's your response to that
Why you
question?
gotta say that out loud? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. I totally believe that there's a wall when you like in your mind you think, oh my God, I'm 30, but it's a societal wall
Mhm.
because society says that you should be married, like you should be seriously courting by 19, you should be married by 21, and you should have at least a kid and a half by 23. Like this
Mhm.
is society standard. So
Mhm.
really it's not our wall, it's what we think we have to do.
Okay. All right. All right. And I mean, and then did you see the same thing I asked Leslie? Did you see a difference when you hit 30, like the type of like the how much the quality and also how the type of how much the quantity of men that was it you were attracting when you were in your 20s and when you were in your 30s?
Okay, I was busy most of my 20s, like literally like grad school at the end of my 20s. Like I was married,
Mm-hmm.
like my husband passed away when I turned 30.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
so like but when I don't know, for some reason, like after my husband died,
Mm-hmm.
like it set something off in like male brains where it's like, oh, she looking kind of good now because like her husband's gone. Like
Okay.
seriously, that really was a thing. It was like skeevy and cool at the same time. I don't know.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. All right. And all right. So and then Ellie, same question to you. Do you believe there's a wall that for women that once you hit 30, then it's gonna be harder for you to attract men?
I don't really, I don't really think so. Because these days, like before maybe, but these days, like people are more and more open-minded, and age is just a number, and it doesn't really mean that much. Because like I have dated a 30-year-old man,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't see much difference in them, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
than a 24-year-old like my own age. There's not, it's just this society's magical number that they have set, like 30.
Mm-hmm.
And people these days have realized that it's not that deep, that it's not something, oh my God, 30. I think it's getting like more not that crazy important. Like, oh my God, 30. It's just you're 30. I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
30's the new 25.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
All
what,
right.
that's what I'm gonna go with.
All right. So but Lesley, do you, I mean, even though you said it's a mindset thing for you based on your experience, but do you believe it, but that wall does exist for a lot of women? Is that what you said,
Yeah.
Leslie? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God. I agree with everyone. They
Yeah.
make such good points. Like, age is just a number. Like, it's just what society has told us we need to do as women. Maybe because we have eggs, right? We think, okay, after 30, it'll be harder to get pregnant. But it's like, that's not even like the most important thing right now. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it is. See, and then the thing is like, okay, there might have been more like quantity of attention when you're 20, but
Yeah.
it's like, it's not quantity, it's quality. As you get older, you get to see like how much, like what you actually want. So it's like,
Oh
I
yeah.
do not want quantity at all.
Okay.
And especially on social media, right? Like, you guys have like thousands and thousands of followers and all the guys are like, hey, and it's like, okay, so you're just a number. Hay is for horses. I got hay fever. Who cares?
All right, no worries. So okay, all right. So you guys, so it does exist for a lot of women. But let me ask you ladies this question. Why do you think men prefer not to date women that's over the age of 30 and prefer to date younger?
Oh.
Wait,
That's
what age demographic of men are you talking about?
Yeah.
Any age?
Talk about all men. You know, most, because like I
All
said,
men?
it's common where most guys, they prefer to date younger girls, and girls typically date older men. But but that's the question I want to ask you. Why do you think men prefer to date younger women and don't want to date women that over the age, once they hit 30 or over the age of 30? Like, I'm just interested to hear your thoughts before I give you my opinion.
The majority of younger women are easier to impress, and younger women tend to look for men with more resources.
Okay.
And older
Okay.
men, older men usually have more
Resources.
resources.
Yeah. Okay. That's more stability. So that's one thing I
Yeah.
know. Women love a guy that's stable. So older
Mhm.
men, over typically men don't really reach their stability or financial stability until the age of like 30, 35.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of women. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else you wanna? Anything else, ladies? Why like what? Don't hold back. Don't hold back now. Just say it. Why do you
Okay,
think
so-
men? Why do you think men
yeah,
prefer
well-
younger women? They don't want. They don't
Well,
want to date women over 30.
to date or to be with? Like, are you talking long term or whatever?
Oh yeah, long term.
Okay. Because long term is a different story. Like, younger men, they're gonna bang cougars left and right all day. Like, they'll
Yeah.
fuck whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Women, yeah.
most men in general, they'll fuck whatever.
They'll have
But,
any
like,
age. Yeah.
Yeah. But
How about commitment? Long term commitment.
yeah, long term commitment. You know what? I can't really speak on like younger men why they won't date older women. 'Cause I don't remember. I think I read something about it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
In my experience, I've had younger guys who they're like, oh, you have so much baggage. You have a son. Can you give up your son and start all over with me? Like, are you retarded? Like, who in their right mind would say that kind of stuff? So I think they
Local
have
boys.
yeah. And it's like, it's stupid. Like my boyfriend now, he's 20. He never asked me to give up my son, and he's more mature than these 50-year-old guys that I was seeing, and it was just like, it's crazy. It's just, I think the person, right? And sorry to say, but yeah, local boys here in Hawaii have that kind of mentality. They're like, it's just they're boys. They're still boys.
They are, and it's their mom's fault. I'm just gonna point that out right now.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, period, check mark.
Younger girls can be fooled with they can pull the wool over their eyes. Like, I guess it's like for older women, we're damaged, we're scarred, we're like, we've seen it all. Like, you got to come up with some different shit, You can't do that with us. You got to make it interesting.
Yeah, I would
All
think
right.
that younger men would want to be with older women who are more established though,
Mhm.
because it would be easier for them. But then I don't know, because women at this age, like when I hit 30, like I knew what I wanted, I knew what I was doing. Like I know what I don't want. I
Mhm.
don't want to babysit another kid.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I don't know. But
No
everybody's
more
different.
basic boyfriends. Mm-mm.
Okay. How about you, Ellie? Uh,
My answer is that men go for younger women because they are easier to manipulate, and that's just a fact. That's just a fact. Like for me, I'm 24. I'm turning 25 next year, March. And even like when I was 18 to 20, I got so much more attention because I was easier to fool. I was so naive and I believed everything people would tell me. And now at 24, I've already seen so much that I don't believe no man. Like I'm scarred, I'm damaged, and I know that. And that's why I'm so hard to even talk to. So I don't really get that much men talking to me because like I have zero tolerance for no bullshit. And yeah, younger women are easier to manipulate, period.
okay. All right. All right. So, those are very interesting points. I got my notepad here, wrote all of it down. All right. So, okay. So I do have a video I'm gonna play. Just to a video I saw on social media, and we're gonna react to it. But before we go over, I'm just gonna respond to a lot of things you guys said. I know, Tui, you said that that it's a societal thing, right?
Mhm.
Of why men typically don't want to date women who are over 30, and they prefer to date women who are younger, right? Younger
I'm
women.
gonna say societal and biological
Okay,
because
that's where I was
there's
going. That's where I was going
yeah
because I don't think it's a societal thing. I think it's a
yeah
biological thing.
I think the mental wall for us is societal for sure. Like, but as far as like that goes, like younger men are gonna want women who can give them children,
So yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
child bearers,
yeah, exactly.
and
Yeah,
like the older you get, the dry the dry. It's like the
yeah.
I mean, and that at that point, who knows? That shit might be the Grand Canyon,
Mhm.
hot dog hallway shit. Who knows?
So yeah, so it's not a societal thing. It's just a biological thing. There's scientific evidence to prove it, but men, just we're different in what we're attracted to. We for men we're attracted to for women we're just attracted to youth, fertility, and beauty. That's what men are attracted
Oh
to
yeah,
since it's always been like that. So that's why men are always attracted to the young girl because that's what we primarily we look for, especially when we're looking for a woman sexually and looking for commitment. And also, Tui said the thing like fertility is important, right? Men know that
yeah.
women who are over the age of 30, the older you get, biologically, it makes it harder. You're more likely not to be able to bear children no more. So, most men, especially men that you guys are looking for, the ambitious, the confident, the high value men, they want to extend their family, so they want to create a family. So it's more better chance to be with a younger woman. I would go with Ellie.
Yep.
Respond to what Ellie said that the men out there they want the younger woman because they're more easy, they're more naive and more easy to manipulate. Are there men like that? Yes. I'm saying for most men that's not the reason why they prefer younger women. Is I the thing is when we date older women who are over the age of 30 hasn't been married yet, what I men do realize is either most women at the age of 30 either they have a child already. So for a lot of men, I talk about this on my podcast, most men, especially the alpha masculine men, they don't want to raise another man's child. So if a woman's over the age of 30, there's likelihood she already has a baby with previous men. And most guys, they don't want the complexity of going into a relationship and dealing with that responsibility, that complexity that comes into, trying to date a single mom. And also for the women that are over the age of 30, a lot of men know that they usually come with a lot of baggage because all the relationships that she's been with, all the men previous in her past in their 20s failed. And a lot of these women that have these failed relationships, they have these either they haven't healed, they have this like toxic baggage from the other men, they hate towards men. So it's really, really hard to get to know a woman vulnerably, because that's one thing of men really, really want for women, because we're already strong, the masculine type. We're always looking for the femininity, the vulnerability from a woman, that softness, the care, the loving, the nurturing, that the emotional side of a woman. But so the women that are over 30, a lot of them have their walls up, and it's really, really hard to get close to them in a very vulnerable emotional level. And then so that they know that for a woman that's in their 20s that has to deal with a lot of men, she's more submissive. It's much easier to deal with than dealing with a woman that's over the age of 30. All the relationships failed. So usually, I'm not saying all women are like that, but most women over the age of 30 have been married and don't have a man. They usually have some kind of baggage, and for a lot of men, they know it's just gonna be hard. It's harder to deal with those type of women. Much easier to deal with the woman. So in the 20s, she doesn't have a lot of experience with men. She has to have a past. She doesn't hold any negative energy or toxic, any hate towards other men because she's never went through that. So it's just easy to be with her, and then she's more submissive. And then, like I said, men are always looking for the woman that's, especially the alpha men, not the beta men. The beta men, they want the masculine woman, but the alphas, they want the submissive woman. So that's why they go for the younger girls. That's my thoughts, ladies. Is there anything you want to say about that, and you want to respond to that?
I just want to throw. Oh, go ahead.
Readable is the thing, right? Submissive and readable. Okay, I see that TikTok trend. That's what you really want.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sorry, but men gotta go really young if they want to have someone who don't have baggage. Because these days, people are already like, the dating culture these days is so crazy that people at 23 are done with dating because it's so crazy. So they gotta go really young if they want to have someone who is not damaged and ruined mentally.
Yeah.
Prepare to go to jail. No.
Yeah. Then they gotta check. This is why they go for like the minors these days. Crazy.
All right. No. Okay. Anything else? Julie?
I totally do. I just can't. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Shoot. I just wanted to add, whoever is watching this, this doesn't mean that beta men are bad by any means. It just means that they could be a more creative type, or doesn't mean that they're all whiny little baby bitches that still lives in their mom's basement, not by any means. It just beta, they're not alphas, they're more passive than alpha men are. They're less likely to be a leader, so I just wanted to point that out because whoever watches this, because I got a lot of flack for a conversation that we had the last podcast, and it made it seem like we were degrading beta men. That's not what the case was at all.
We're just saying facts.
Alphas are providers and protectors by nature, and beta men are the followers by nature. That's all it is. Anyway, that's all.
And also, I will respond to one thing that Elli said. She said that a lot of the younger girls, we already know the dating culture today is very sexually active. Women and men are having sex at an earlier age. So the one thing about men that you guys all know this, men do care about a woman's sexuality. So that's why a lot of men don't want to date women who are over the age of 30, because they know that there's data out there that show that 90% of women in America are sexually active compared to 20% of men. So a lot of men know that if a woman is, by the time, if she's still 30 and hasn't been married, there's a high probability that she has a high sexual mileage, or she's been, ran through by a lot of men. So
I would like to be a part of that, but I'm the 10% that didn't get to participate.
So that's why a lot of guys go with a younger woman, even though I'm sure younger girls are having sex, but they don't have a lot of mileage compared to the woman that's 30, 35.
And they don't
40.
have a lot of technique, and they'll just be there like dead fishes, just just fuck me.
Yeah. Hey, we can train them up. Hey, I can train you up. I can fix that, but I can't turn your mileage back down to zero. I can fix the technique. We can fix that, but we can't fix the mileage.
Mileage.
Yeah.
Is mileage body count?
Yeah, body count.
What?
Body count. Yeah.
I feel like that's insecurity on the men's part.
No, it's not. It's just we attracted to different things, right?
Yeah.
Like a perfect example would be, would you like to date a guy that's shorter than you, Lesley?
Yeah, not
Well,
at all.
I did,
Huh?
If I look like a drag queen, I'll be 6 feet with heels, no ways.
Yeah, but but a lot of men would say like, why are you feeling insecure, right? But then I would tell men, no, she's not insecure of your height. It's just women are designed to be attracted to men who they can feel safe, protect you. Taller the guy, the more he shows you the ability that you can feel safe, he can take care of you. So it's not insecurity. So the same thing with men. It's like they're not insecure the body count. It's just we care about that stuff, right? That's just we care about that stuff. Also, women who tend to show promiscuous behavior. For a lot of men, the biggest fears that we have is fraternity. So like, if she's sleeping around for multiple men, there's a high probability that if I do have a child with this woman, maybe this may not be mine. And then and no man wants to raise another man's child.
I shouldn't laugh at that. It's funny. It's so common, and it's so common over here. I just
yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
No.
It's a different topic.
It's like I know. It's like why does my neighbor's kid look like you?
Why does it look like my man?
I know. It's like wait a minute. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I hope my neighbors aren't listening. I should have did this inside.
All right. So all right. So let me see if I'm gonna pull up this video real quick. Let me see if we can react to this video. The video I saw, it was trending on social media. And I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna play the video. We can watch it for like 2-3 minutes, and then let me get your thoughts about it. So give me 1 second. All righty. All right.
Oh.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me do it one more time. There we go. All right. Can you guys see the portion of my screen?
Yes, I can see.
All right. Perfect.
Dating in your 30s.
Oops. Give me 1 second. So I don't know if you guys saw this. It was trending on social media, so I thought it would be interesting to watch. And let me know your thoughts. All right. All right. Cool. And you guys can hear the sound, right, when I played it?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I'm gonna play the first 2 minutes, and then we're gonna discuss it right after.
Okay.
So also, if you guys are watching this live on my channel, let me know your thoughts. I know we just discussed. What do you guys think? But everything that we discussed, drop a comment below. If you have a direct question that you want to ask these ladies or ask me directly, drop a super chat real quick, and I'll be happy to discuss that with the ladies real quick. Much love to you guys. So I'm gonna play this video. All right.
Is anybody doing that successfully?
The reason why most women are not dating successfully in their 30s is because of this one reason. And that one reason is because dating is not designed for women in their 30s. That is the simple reason why so many women out there are struggling to date in their 30s. It is no longer designed for you after the age of 30. It is designed for men. And I'm not saying this to spite women or anything like that. I'm just saying this because it's a fact, right? Dating is designed for women under the age of 30. Okay, when you are at your hottest, your most youthful, okay, when you're most fertile, that is when dating is designed to work for you. And this is why I constantly say on this channel, this is the time that you need to take advantage of it. This is the time that you need to put all your cards on the table and you need to make something happen. Okay, because after the age of 30, it's going to get harder and harder, especially as you get older, especially as you age, especially as you begin to lose more and more of your looks. Because for guys, primarily, that is what keeps us attracted to you, is your looks. Okay, your physical attractiveness, your youth, your fertility, that is what keeps us interested. That is what keeps our attention. And the more of that you lose, the less of our attention you get, the less of our attraction you get. Okay? And unfortunately, there are 3.4, 3.5 billion other women out there that we can look at, that we can choose to be with, that we can chase after, that we can pursue. So we don't need to focus on you. And even for girls who are still hot in their 30s, right? And even beyond, there's still, there are a few girls in their 40s too that are still pretty attractive. We are not going to give our full attention, energy, and focus to just you, right? Might give a little bit because you're still a little hot, right? We'll give you that much, but we're not going to give our full attention, energy, attraction, and pursuit to just you. Instead,
All right, ladies. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think about that video? What's your thoughts? Let me know.
Kind of made my blood boil a little bit.
Go ahead, release it. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I feel like men are so entitled. Like, what makes them think that I want to look at them when they're over 30? And yeah, I don't know. I think it's an individual thing if you start to lose your looks when you are over 30 and da 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 da. Like, look at J-Lo, and she's beautiful, and like these women are beautiful. And
J-Lo,
I think personally, I think women get finer with age. That's how I see them. But I'm not a man, so I don't know what they really want. So, but I don't know. I think men are kind of entitled.
No, I totally understand what you're coming from, but what he's trying to explain is like I told you before, we have differences in what we look for. Men care more about a woman's looks more than a woman cares about a man's looks. Because for a while, a woman, the most important thing that comes in your priorities when you're dating a man is his financial stability. And that's why you see a lot of young girls, they can date guys that doesn't look as physically as attractive as the younger guys. But if he got money, if you got financial stability.
No, I beg to differ.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, for you, but I'm just saying, but you see a lot of girls,
Women want smell.
You see a lot of girls, younger girls date older guys because they got money, because women, that's what you're primarily interested in. Men is not what he looks, it's what he can provide you, the quality of lifestyle he can provide not only for you, for your kids. That's why you rarely see younger guys date older women, but you see a lot of older men date younger girls because not only the men want the younger girls, but also the younger girls want the older men because they know for sure he can provide stability. So that's why he was saying, it's like, it's not entitlement. It's just, that's what we care. That's what we care, because we're men, we care about your looks. For women, you care about what he can provide, the resources of what he can provide you. And that's why the younger women and older guys tend to work out. And that's why you rarely see any guys that's younger dating older women. I'm sure there's some out there, but if you compare it to the younger girls that's dating older men, it's not as close to it's not as close. All
Yeah.
Right. Anything you want to say? Elli, you want to respond back or no?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It always made me so sad. I don't know. I'm so sensitive. I'm a Pisces. I'm a very sensitive woman and all that. And for me personally, looks is not that important. And it makes me really sad when people say, and I know that it's true, but it makes me always sad when I know and I hear and I see in the world that men, like, very big part of what they care about is looks. And it's making me sad, but it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
I think
all right. Go ahead, Lesley.
Generalizations is like, we men want looks. Not all men want that.
Well, majority men.
Majority
men care
maybe I
about
shouldn't
looks.
be on this podcast because I don't deal with majority of men.
Uh-huh.
But the men that I do hang out with a lot of older men who do have lots of money. And a lot of them don't want younger women. What they want as they get older, I'm talking about 60, 70. Like, I like younger men, but I hang out with a ton of rich men. And they want companionship. They can get young girls who want to come on their yacht and just go to dinner. And it's fun for like 2 minutes. But once they get older and they're in the end of their life, those guys, they're like, I really don't care about doing all this like whining and dining and splurging. I want somebody who's going to be there for me. And I think it doesn't matter about looks, or even for women too. It's about the heart, your heart condition. If it's going to be like shitty, like, it's maybe like, because I'm Christian, I date to marry. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not out here fucking around. I do have a high body count, but I wasn't out they're fucking around, just trying to be a slut. And so I think if you have the wrong heart condition, then anything, if you look good, you have money, that's not going to work. That's basically what it is.
No worries. Hey, let me ask you, Lesley, like those rich men that you know, right?
Mhm.
The companionship that he's getting, that they're seeking from, they're getting that from the younger women?
No, they don't like younger women.
So
They want
dating,
somebody a little bit younger than them. Like
but
if they're 50,
yeah, are they dating women their age?
they're not.
All right.
The
So that's what I'm
girls,
saying. They're dating younger women, right?
no, they're not dating anyone because they're stuck also, just as we're stuck as younger
Yeah.
people. They're like, oh, the girls that come on the boat, that's fine, you know, they party, but
Yeah.
for dating, they're scarred and damaged as well. They don't want to just give all that money or their time to some bimbo,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like when you look at the society, especially like the celebrities, athletes, men who have a very high socioeconomic status, those types of men, do they usually date the younger women or do they date the older women? It's usually the younger women.
I don't
Right,
know.
you
I
see-
don't watch TV or pay attention to any of that. Sorry.
Yeah, like we see athletes, see actors, you see billionaires, they always attracted to younger women. It's just like it's just
Are
it's,
they?
yeah, you see you. I mean, unless you're living in a different world, and maybe you're in a different world, but typically, like if you look at athletes, billionaires, they're always with the younger women, right? Unless they have a lot. I mean, I'm sure there's married ones, but even if they're married, usually
Oh,
there's a
single
scandal.
one.
Yeah, the single. Talk about the single billionaire. Yeah, the billionaires, right? The single
Oh,
women, the men who are single and have higher socioeconomic status, they're usually around it. They're always seeking the younger women, right? All right. So, Tui, what's your response to that video?
I'm not going to dispute it because I know it's true, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've experienced it, I've seen it. I have a lot of males in my family amongst my friend group, you know. I mean, like I've lived all over the place and I just, you know, these are facts. But I do want to like shout Lesley out for dating with intention because I fucking love that. No one does that anymore. No one
Yeah.
dates with intention. Like
Mhm.
everyone's just dating just to go through the motions, looking for someone better. But like dating with intention, like nobody even knows what that fucking is. And it sucks. But also, Lesley, if you listen, if you can spare any one of those rich older men, just go ahead and just be
yeah,
like,
definitely.
just tell them, listen, my girl Tui, if you pay for her liposuction, she'll look just like she did when she was 27. I'm all there. Some upkeep. Just kidding.
You're fine.
Tell them
You're
to call
pretty.
me. Tell them to call me.
And,
But-
Yeah, call me too. If they,
yeah,
if they- like,
me and Ellie. Put our
any man who wants to date with intention, because I'm a Christian too, and I don't fuck around. I don't date. Like I live like a 60-year-old nun, because I date with intentions, and none of these guys are doing that. And I see that because I'm a smart woman and I don't want to entertain that. And yeah, I want a man who dates with intentions. So if you know, I don't care if they're 60, so make them to call me.
yeah.
60 with a yacht. And
Yachty.
with a yacht. If any 6-year-olds hit up Ellie with a yacht, her friend Tui wants to come on the yacht too.
Yeah,
I got you both.
I have
Let's go.
intentions.
Yes, my intention
Yeah.
is to drive the yacht.
Yes. All right. Yeah. And I remember Lesley said the thing like, the heart, right? At the end of the day, the most important thing what Lesley said was the heart, right? Which is right. We should care more about what's the inside. But the thing is about reality is before we could get to know somebody's heart, they have to meet our physical, what we are attracted to. So whatever your standards are, well, for a woman and men, before we can get to know you, we have to be attracted to you first, and then we get to know your heart.
Yeah, but it literally is like men biologically, like it's looks for them. But like women are more like we don't give a shit about honest. Like
Yeah.
If you look at studies, women don't give a shit about the way you look. They give a shit about resources, and they give a shit about if you're nice to them.
Yeah.
Like I'm just watering that down for a whole like complicated subject, but
I'm
you know,
shallow.
you guys know what you
I
guys
get
know what
it.
I'm saying. Yeah.
And also, before we move on to the next topic, I do want to ask you. I think on that video, the last thing I would bring up, I think it's an important thing to say, and I think it's a message that needs to be put out there. I think there should be more encouragement for women to take advantage of their prime years in order to attract a man, and not waste it. And then in 30 or 40, they're running around trying to find that man when they had the best opportunity in their 20s. Because I know in today's in America, the dating culture is, is pushing women to like have sex, do this, and don't worry about a man. You can always get a man. But the reality is, the more you get older, the more men are physically not be attracted to you. So I think I think there's a lot of. I think it's a good thing to tell women, hey, like when you're young, take advantage. If you find a good guy, don't take him for granted, because you may not find a good guy like that later on. Because I know a lot of
But
girlfriends.
you cannot find one now either. Like,
No,
it's crazy out here. It's crazy.
I know a lot of girlfriends that they curved the nice guy because they wanted to fuck with the fuck boys. With the fuck boys was more attractive. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about there's a lot of women out there they'll curve the nice guy, but because they want to go with the guy that has the height, the body, the attractive guy, the fuck boy. But then once they hit 30 and realize that their dating opportunities and market is shrinking, then that's when well, you know what, let me go back on my phone and find those nice guys that curve me, but those nice guys already moved on and they already found their woman. So I'm just
That's
saying,
why you wait for them to get divorced.
The nice guys, they will play you too. So
yeah, and then, so
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna say is like, hey, ladies, like you gotta take advantage of your prime years, because we hit, like I said, we hit that 30, that wall. It's tougher to climb the wall when you can just walk through the door, right?